Hello, I'm Jessica Brown, Associate Program Director at Snow Mountain Ranch.
And I'm Marianne Degginger, the Program Director at Snow Mountain Ranch.
And in the summer we offer a program called Hiking Sticks here at the homestead. It's a pretty popular activity, lots of people get a kick out of it, so we thought today would be a good opportunity to show you how to find and make your own hiking stick at home.
All right, Jess, what's the first thing we need to do to find our stick?
So the first thing we need to do to find our stick is, one, not chop off any limbs from living trees. It's really important that you leave trees that are alive alone and let them thrive and be part of their ecosystem. So you can find limbs from already downed dead trees, limbs that have fallen off of, fallen off the trees. Really, anything that is already dead and on the ground is going to be perfect because we want to make sure we respect nature during this time.
Does it matter what kind of tree it is or what kind of wood it is?
I don't think it does. No,
I don't think so either.
No. And really, it's all about finding the stick that really speaks to you. So if one stick is talking to you, then go for it. But typically what we want is we want a good height for your specific height as well. So Marianne here has a little short one that might be a little too short for her. She might want a little bit more length on it. This one's definitely a little too high, might be awkward to walk with. So typically you want it to be about 6 to 8 inches above your elbow when it's resting. So if Marianne drops her arm down, just resting, we've got probably 6 to 8 inches or so. So that's what we're looking for. And we definitely want to make sure that it is not too wide so that your hand can comfortably rest around the stick. We don't want it to be too big where, we aren't getting a good grip on it.
I also like to find a stick with character. Like Jess said, a stick that speaks to me. And I noticed that this one happens to have a little nub right here that we're gonna file down, but it makes it just a little bit wider, right about where I want my hand to go. And I love having a stick that's got kind of a natural hand rest, right where I want it to be. So This one spoke to me.
Great. So other materials that you'll need, you see we have a sawhorse here. You can use really anything that can create a tabletop, 2 coolers, a sawhorse, 2 tables, picnic table, whatever you've got around to use to rest the beautiful stick on, because it's really easy to kind of start sawing and filing away at the stick if you've got something to rest it on. So, sawhorse, stick, other materials, if you've got them, we have these large metal files that have some different textures on each side, so kind of wider teeth and then some skinnier teeth. That's going to help rub the bark off of the stick, so trying to get it smooth and even. Then we have this coarser sandpaper to utilize once you're done filing with the metal file, and then finer sandpaper. So those are the materials that you're going to want. Additional things can be stain, paint, leather straps to add a little wrist strap at the end, varnish if you want to varnish it at the end. So those are all additional things as well. All right, let's get started on our stick. So step 1, we want to use that metal file like I mentioned, and we're going to start chewing away at the bark. We really want to get kind of that brighter wood underneath showing. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to use the coarse sandpaper after this too to kind of get rid of the rest. But really just kind of do your best, go at it. You can also use this as an opportunity to start shaping your stick, getting that kind of handhold that Marianne was talking about, getting rid of all the little nubs and stubs. However you want to shape it, this is the opportunity to do so as well.
So Jess, how long does this step usually take? Like how long should I file? Days, weeks?
couple hours if you're really determined. You know, like I said, you will go through with the coarser sandpaper and then the finer sandpaper. So really, you know, if it's not like 100% clear and perfect, that's fine. We just want like the really big, you know, chips of bark to come off. So, you know, our little chips and things like that. That's really kind of what we're looking at to kind of get rid of. So, all right, couple minutes, few hours.
So once we've done the whole stick with both our rough and smooth side on our file,
yes.
What's next?
Then we're gonna come and use that coarse sandpaper to really kind of get rid of the bigger splinters that were caused from the metal file, and just kind of start smoothing it out, getting rid of those big splinters, because obviously, you know, we don't want splinters in our hands when we're using our hiking stick. And there will be some smaller splinters, you know, along the way, but again, with the fine sandpaper, that'll get rid of all those kind of finer splinters. But again, you know, a couple hours, couple days, you know, depending on how long you want to spend on this project, you can really make it as long or as short as you want to.
Or your kid's attention span, that's okay too.
Right.
There's no wrong way to make a hiking stick.
Nope. Yeah. And then the fine sandpaper probably will take a long time just to kind of get it smooth and get it to what you want. I've literally seen a kid who did the hiking sticks program with us one day, and the next day I saw him carrying his hiking stick around with a piece of fine sandpaper that we gave him, still going at it and smoothing it out, because he just wanted it to be that perfect and that smooth. So,
I gotta tell you, even in just a few minutes, this is already pretty smooth. It feels pretty good just on this one section that we did.
ooh, yeah. So there you go. So after this point too, you know, once you get it nice and smooth and shaped, you can always go back and be like, you know, I don't really love the shape, I'm gonna change it up. Really kind of up to you. Just remember, you can't undo something, so if you liked a little knot of wood and you shaved it down, you're not gonna get that knot back. So really think about the character that you want your stick to have. Maybe, you know, listen to your stick about what it wants for its afterlife off of the tree. And you know, they have opinions on how they want to look and how they want to strut their stuff as a hiking stick, so maybe give the stick a good listen.
So Jess, when we've done all of our sanding and gotten all that done, you mentioned some ways to finish it. What can we do to make our stick look pretty and personalized, and what else can we do to it once we were done with the sanding portion of it?
Yeah, so here at Snow Mountain Ranch, once you're done with all the sanding portion and you're done hanging out with our homestead crew, we actually send you down to the craft shop, because the craft shop has a lot of awesome little embellishments that you can add. They have wood burning tools, so those are a couple examples. So you could paint your stick and put nice little designs on it. You could wood burn designs. We have little medallions that we attach to our sticks that we offer. So if you want to like make your own medallions, parents, that's probably a good way to encourage your kids to get outside. You can be like, you've gotten your 1 mile medallion and now here's your 2 mile medallion. So you can create like fun little trinkets to add and paint.
At our house, we like to put some leather around it, just a little leather string, and then I use little beads. And so you can, for every hike we can complete, you get another bead to put onto your leather. And so that way it's kind of a fun way to encourage those kids to hike a little more.
Yeah. Options are endless. Creativity is endless when you're making your hiking sticks. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Best of luck creating your hiking stick. We hope you have a fun time with this.
Make sure that if you're interested in learning more about hiking sticks, to check out our historical hiking stick information included below this video. Have a great day.
Bye.